Yo boys, the Solo Cash Cups are finally back, and so are the W VODs, of course. Now if you are curious about my tournament started off very rough. Like the first 4 games I wasted in like 30 minutes and I got like 30 points. And at that point I almost quit the tournament. I was like, holy shit. You know, in this format your top 4 weeks count. And I was like, yeah, this is not one of those weeks. This is just a throwaway week. I'm not gonna play this tournament. But I was like, okay, let me still try to lock in and win these games, and eventually, you know, I clutched up, I got a 2nd place, a 3rd place. I was like, yeah, I'm not gonna fight anyone. Then I got a 14 and I, you know, like some half decent games near the end. Now, if you want to see the full VOD review, that will be inside Fortnite Academy. But in this video, we're gonna take a look at the games of my dear friend Swyre, who placed top 26,617. So we're gonna take a look at these games and we're gonna learn from his mistakes. Now let's hop straight into game number 1. Let's go! Finally we have the VOD reviews again. Bro, I'm so happy. Swyre 7 dies in the mid game, about 15 minutes into the game, so wasting his first game completely basically. Bro, he has everything, no way. So why does he die? He's positioned kind of center. Yeah, so at this point in the game you definitely want to be in a bush at that side, just chilling, like this guy. Is he in the bush? He's in the water right here. Is this guy in the bush? No. Yeah, so they're all making mistakes. Let's see. Ah, but Swyre's W keying. He's feeling confident. So he thinks, okay, this surge base, it's probably a bad player. He's going for it. Ooh, almost gets pieced. Like, that is a dangerous situation to go. Yeah, okay. Gets hit as well. Now he's low. He has the wall again. Oh, okay. Ooh. That is some crazy stuff. Like you full whiff the bomb, and this guy also whips his bomb. You could have like maxed him right there. Yeah, like you just don't want to be in this situation, bro. Honestly. Like Swyre, I know you're a decent fighter, but please just go through the mid game course. This is an unnecessary fight. And that is why you died. I know you're better than this kid, but still, you don't need to fight him. Ah, and now you should have just healed, Barry. You should have just healed to at least like 100 shield, you know. Okay, so GG. Just an unnecessary fight. That's totally your fault. You don't have to have an ego and say like, I need to fight, or I'm so much better than this kid, I need to fight him. That's ego talking. Nice. So this game we're actually doing a way better job, just sitting in the bush at this point. Are we already sitting in the bush at this point? Maybe not. It seems like your early game is actually taking quite a long time. Like before you get to... Okay, you're in the bush right here. Yeah, so this was the same point in the game. Like 12, 13 minutes last time you were fighting. Now here, you do run into a fight. Let's see what happened real quick. See a fist crash pad on someone's head. Okay. Nice. Okay. Easy. This guy misses the edit like 20 times. Okay, free kill. That's fine. Now let's look at the death. Like, still in my mind it's like, Swyre, what are you doing? This is completely unnecessary. Okay, so there's a kid in the bush. Bro, these dumbass kids, bro. I swear to God, if this kid pushes you, like what is he even looking at? Bro, this is the craziest stuff I've seen, but you're gonna have this in low elo. Like some idiots that just ramp up like this. It's like, are they fighting you? Like there was no reason for him to just engage the fight, right? Like he was sitting in a bush trying to avoid fights, and now he's just like engaged in a fight for no reason. He could have just built some walls and he would have been chilling. So now he crash pads away. And you think, okay, this kid is probably trash. Now you probably want to approach this box a bit better, you know, like if you just stand like this, you know, like don't underestimate these players, you know. Like, I would always stand a little bit back and just place a wall right here, like right in front of you, and just from a right hand peak, just approach this wall. But now he can like easily piece you because you don't have any pieces. Now you do place a cone, but it's not enough because he can still box you and replace the cone for his own if you switch the cone into a ramp, you know. Okay, he hits you as you jump up. So GG. Now you drop down. Bro, you gotta prioritize healing, bro. Like, stop fighting when you're low HP. Yeah, and he pre-fires you again. That's kind of crazy. As you take the ball. Well, hey, why would you drop down there? You're 60 HP. Just stop fighting. Just heal up. You gotta heal up in fights, Swyre. Now, game number 3. Mistake number 3. W king this player is this Medal. You actually dropped Medal, right? Or no? Not sure what is happening right now. And why you are chasing this kid. You get beamed a bit. Okay. You're still chilling. Bro, you gotta respect your HP, bro. Like, if you're 140 HP and this guy's 200, it means he has an HP advantage, okay? Just heal up. Okay, I don't think you were fighting this game. Like, you were just like rotating, basically. Okay, you're chilling. Yeah, you didn't need to reuse it, but you're kind of at the congested side. Like, you could go further if you want. That's your decision. Nice, healing up. I guess looking for a refresh. Otherwise, you should not be opening. How do you die right here? Bad edit? Hit him 60? He's going 50-50? Okay, I would still think, okay, you know, like, there's nobody at this side, right? There's nobody there. But still, like, you could have blocked your angles from the kids that might have an angle from this side, you know? Tarp a little bit to this. Then you also instantly have the wall so that he can't piece control you from the right. Yeah, so you're just approaching this box once again, kind of like in the open. Gotta have some bills placed, like a nice setup, you know? Okay, you go from below. Interesting. And just drops down on the side. You didn't expect it. Now you're 1. Ah, bro, yeah. You should have placed that center wall. Like, as soon as you noticed this guy was shooting your wall right there, you should have placed the center wall. Now, what do? You shoot him. Yeah, but yeah, you're lower HP. Well, GG. It's a GG. You were already a little bit scuffed, so let me see why you were kind of scuffed at that point, you know? No. So you're not scuffed at this point. So why? You're chilling in the bush at that side. Bro, nothing should go wrong here, honestly. And now you're like 60 builds, 110 HP. So you get full beam, 20 HP. Let's see how we could have avoided this. Okay. I guess we didn't really scout our back like once. Just like walking in a straight line without awareness. I guess that's the problem. Yeah, sometimes you gotta look back, go through the mid-game course, bro. Oh, yeah, it's an annoying angle on the hill as well. Yeah, like I think if you get beamed in the mid-game, in the open, you gotta just like full build insta, because you don't always know exactly where you're getting shot from. And if you're getting shot from until 1 HP, imagine there was one kid there, but also a kid like behind that, right now. Then if he taps you once, you're dead, you know? So just full box up, like full box up if you're ever getting beamed in the mid game. That's what I would recommend. Yeah, doing it a bit faster, because you just place like 2 walls, but why not just like build a full box, you know, like build more. Like, of course, first in the direction of where the kid is spraying from, but, you know. Okay, so this kid fights you for a while, you expand properly, in metal this time. Nice. Okay. You fight him off pretty well. I would have considered dipping already. Like with the crash pad. But of course it's not always possible. Like if you can turn it into, yeah, a short pad like this, you might still get tagged. No, I didn't. Okay. Barrels. Could have done it with brick, you know. But it's fine. Nah, that was actually pretty good. Now you gotta recover from this, right? So now you gotta find a way to get some extra loot. Still kind of here. You get beamed again. So this got you pretty scuffed. I guess you could, like this small rotate from here up the mountain. Maybe it was just that awareness right there. Just like looking around a bit more for where players are. Because now you're like 150 HP going to this endgame. Not the greatest So yeah, I kind of understand why you want to get this refresh. Like a lot of my YouTube comments said that I personally look too much for refreshes and I'm too risky. But I would agree with you that you don't want to waste time on a game getting like, you know, like instead of getting top 25, you could maybe get like top 15, but it's still like a 30-point game. And you're not gonna survive this whole game without getting a refresh. So why not do it early? Why do you have to do it late, you know? I guess maybe since this is low elo, I would say there will be more free refreshes that just come to you naturally, you know? You don't have to force it maybe. Like some trash player is just gonna choke his edits and he's gonna die and you can claim his loot, you know? Something like that is gonna happen. But it doesn't happen in high elo that often, and then you have to like actually force refreshes. Probably even earlier than this, I think. Like, honestly. I'd either find more loot going into endgame or like you gotta either find more loot or you gotta force a refresh or you gotta accept that you're playing this game out pretty unstacked and then just hope to get a refresh late. It's all different strategies, and the one I would recommend is to just get a refresh as early as possible if you can't get loot. Like if you could get loot at Canyon or Demon or something when you were positioned here, right, and you got pretty scuffed. If you could do that, then fine. If you can't, then get a refresh ASAP like this. This is not a bad decision, I think it's just bad execution, because this kid is probably not that great and you could have just killed him, you know. Also Medal, M8 Kaito 67, let's tracker him. 3.7 KPR, yeah, not a pro player. It's a good shot, he has movement Medal. Yeah, this is a crucial mistake, and yeah, GG. Now, going into game number 4, you're obviously still in low elo, because, you know, you barely got any points. It's 25 alive, 7 zone, half zone. Let's see, you get a refresh right here. Nice, retake the ball. You choke your edits 10 times, this guy also chokes his edit 10 times and makes a window edit. Like, that's crazy. Well, GG, got a free refresh. So why do you lose this game? Like, you can win this game, you can get a top 5, but you got a top 18. You can get a win there, you should get a win. Fully win this game. Using spare mats. Nice. Now, 5 seconds, get ready for zone pool. You have Fizz and Crash Pad. Like, what I started doing in endgame every time is just pre-popping Fizz and then just using Crash Pad when it pulls far. Like, that's what I've been doing. It's worked out great every time. Now, of course, like what I kind of do with Fizz, usually, you don't have to do this, but you can pop Fizz like 1 second before the timer hits 0, and then if you notice zone pools close, they just cancel the Fizz. They don't waste that 5 Fizz. But you could have used 5 Fizz for HP right here, so you know, would have been fine. It's a nice little strat, so you're the first one to go, while everyone is still, you know, busy looking at their map. You just insta-go, and usually you don't get beamed. And definitely don't do like high crash pads. I usually do Fizz, break the cone, and then just do single cone edit. Even if it pulls like straight, you can still do it with like a single cone edit. That's what I'm used to. I think if you do like a 2-tile edit, you still go too high every time. That's what I've noticed, but maybe I'm doing it wrong. Like, I understand that you want to get a refresh, but you don't need it though. Like, you want to get a kill or something, you didn't really need it. You could have just focused on zone. Nice. Fully go on him. Okay. Nice. Now get the loot quickly. Oh, it's Medal as well. That's crazy. Okay. Yeah, that is a problem, bro. That is a problem. I think what you should have done is just blocked off your angles better than what you did right here. You didn't even get everything, pretty sure. Yeah, I don't know. A decent refresh, but you can understand why you get scuffed from this. You know, like he's deciding to stay at backside of zone and then just focus on a refresh when he didn't really need it, right? Like, I guess he has 1 mini. Kind of crazy that the kid he killed right here didn't have minis either for him. Don't know where that loot is, but it's fine. He only has one mini, so I guess you need a refresh, but you don't really need it, right? So at this point, you kill him. And just block off your angles, like, you know, there's only gonna be players like in front of you here, right? There's only gonna be players there. Just block off your angles there. You don't need to build here, you only need to build towards the lobby. So you build this, but you don't build like, you can build 4 walls right here. Just build this wall, this wall, this wall, and you know, the one you already placed. And then you're chilling to get the loot. Just scroll wheel, like in a straight line, replace your mini with the big, and hopefully bigs. Gotta do that quickly. And now you get shot once, and then twice. And then you have to build, and you can't get the heals. Yeah, that's a bit scuffed. Like, it reminds me of the situation where you might get a kill in Storm, in Endgame, in like one of the moving zones. And then when you go for the loot in Storm, which is like a rare thing that you should do. But if you do go for the loot in Storm, they always want to block off your angles like towards zone. And then like as soon as possible go in a safe way back. Like, because kids will hold you when you come out of Storm, you know, like it's a good way to pressure kids that come out of Storm. Like you could have gotten killed with this shot, honestly. I actually die right here, yeah. Small decision making. Well, GG. Okay, absolutely chilling right here. You can still learn from the mistake you make right here, because why would you die? Like, sometimes you always gotta look at this, right? Like, he is stacked on loot. Like, he can play this game out and get a top 5. But why not? Like, why are we looking for stuff, Swyre? Stop looking for stuff. You don't need it. Just chill. Bro, you gotta chill, boys. Like, you gotta chill. Play out your crash pads and everything. Just play out your mats a bit. Maybe a bit of a risky, greedy refarm. But it's chilling, because, you know, you're at the dead side. You don't have to go further than that. Okay, bush. Like, bushes kind of work up until a certain point. Like, at this point in the game, you know, like, multiple kids are gonna run through the bush. A lot of kids see you entering the bush. It's not as safe as you think. Like, you want to get into a bush because it's a safe strat, right? But this is not that safe. No, it actually happened. That's crazy stuff. Well, that's something to learn, boys. That's actually something to learn. Like, yeah, it's not that safe at this point in the game. Like what's gonna happen? Like a very more common thing would be someone to see you entering the bush and then just crash pad into it, basically. Just crash pad from a location and then just slide into it and then kill you. But this guy just walks up and kills you. It's kind of crazy. But yeah, that wasted like 20 minutes of your tournament. And yeah, we don't even need to look at these final games like top 76, top 54. Your tournament is over at this point, right? Like Swyre, you can place at least in the top 10k next week. Like, you gotta get like 220 points. That's your goal for next week. 220 points. You're definitely at the skill level where you can get that. Now, if you made it to the end of this video, it means that you already found this video helpful, right? Now imagine that I VOD review your games in your tournament. That will be even more useful, right? So you can buy a W VOD inside my Fortnite Grinders Discord server. That's the first link in the description. Then if you see right in between the importance section and the hub, you will find W VODs. And then you can buy a VOD review by clicking on this link. And then just send information like this and you will get your VOD as soon as possible. We'll probably get a waiting list, so you might have to wait. But the sooner you buy, the sooner you get your VOD review. Now keep grinding, boys, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace!